Good evening. Tonight we're going to talk about a rather difficult topic, and that topic is what do I do when my baby dies? Every year there are 21,000 stillbirths that occur in the United States. And what happens with stillbirth is that you will go through labor, and at the end of that labor, we're not going home with a baby. There are a number of administrative things that need to take place while you are in the hospital, and some of these questions will actually come up during your period of going through labor. Some of those questions are going to include the following. Do you want to hold your baby after your baby is born? Now, for some, that question may seem to be a rather gruesome question, but for some families, they do want to hold their baby. This is their time to see their baby, to examine their baby, to have time with their baby, and to say their goodbyes. The other question is, do you want to have your baby baptized? If so, your staff can baptize your baby for you. Are you planning to have a funeral for your baby? What is going to happen to your baby's body? Will you have a funeral or will you have your baby cremated? If you're planning to do either of those two things, then there will need to be information about what funeral home will come and pick up your baby. It's important to start making memories of this pregnancy, and the staff will help you in doing that. Some of those things include naming your baby. It's important to name your baby because it's a realization that yes, this pregnancy happened and this baby died during this pregnancy. It makes it easier as you grieve your baby and think about your baby for the years to come to have a name for your baby. Other things that will happen to help make memories is to take footprints of your baby and also to do a small clipping of the baby's hair. I worked in a facility where we also had a professional photographer who came in and did pictures of the baby. It so happened that this photographer and his wife lost a baby. And so they came in and provided a free service to all families who were undergoing a late miscarriage or stillbirth. What we would do as staff would be to dress the baby, place the baby in a blanket, and take pictures of the baby in the bassinet. We would hold the pictures of the baby, the footprints, the clipping of hair. And if the families wanted to take it with them when they were discharged home from the hospital, then we would give it to them at that time. However, for some families, they were not ready to receive those things at that time. So we would keep these things in a file, and when they would come back for their checkup, we would offer this to them again. For some, they would take it at that time. For others, they were still not ready. And so we would keep these things on file, and they could then give us a phone call when they were ready to receive them. Now, there are things for family and friends who don't quite know what to say to you when you have lost your baby. And so first things that we would say is something not to say. Please do not ask this parent or this family when they're going to have another baby. Don't ask that question. But questions that you can ask is, what can we do to help you? You want to check in with this family to see how they're doing, how things are going for them. It's important for the family and friends, as well as the parents, to know that each parent is going to grieve differently. One will be grieving in one way, the other may not even have started their grief process and may grieve later. So it's important to be able to have space for each to be able to grieve the loss of this pregnancy. So these are the kinds of things that you can expect to happen if you have a late miscarriage or a stillbirth of your infant. I hope that this information is helpful to you. I hope that you will share this information with family, friends, colleagues. Please subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified of new videos that I put up. And I want to thank you for the time that you've given me tonight. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the evening. Bye-bye.